Hey guys, so for today's video, I wanted to do a set inspired by the new Halloween Stanley cup that just came out. I thought it was a really cool cup. I did buy it. It's a matte black cup with like shiny black spider webs on it, and then the logo, lid, and straw are all this neon green, and the logo glows in the dark. And I thought like this would make a really cool like Halloween set. So to start off, I'm just painting all of the nails with the black from Ball Pit. I do 2 coats of this, and I cure each coat for 60 seconds. So this is my second time editing and doing this voiceover, because the first time I did it, I had run out of space on my tablet. I edit all of my videos on my tablet, and I had run out of storage space, and I was trying to clear up some space and deleting stuff off of it that I didn't need on there anymore, and I ended up accidentally deleting the footage for this video off my tablet. And when I deleted the footage from it, it deleted it from my editing software as well. So yeah, I ended up having to retransfer that video from my phone to my tablet so I can edit it all over again and redo this voiceover. So I am a little bit annoyed about that. That was such a stupid mistake, but you know, it happens sometimes. I'm not trying to beat myself too much over it. But yeah, that was just really annoying. I feel like whenever I have a bunch of videos to upload, like I film a bunch of videos all at once and then I have a bunch to edit and stuff, I do end up making silly little mistakes like that where I'll accidentally delete something. Thankfully, I don't delete it off my phone until I am completely finished with it and like have it uploaded onto YouTube, so then I can easily just transfer it back over to my tablet if I do that. But it's still really annoying and ends up making everything take twice as long because now I have to do everything all over again. But you know, it is what it is, I guess. So after I get all the nails painted black, I'm taking the Nails by Dev matte top coat and applying that to all of the nails. Once I get it applied, I do cure for 60 seconds. So with the Nails by Dev matte top coat, it is a wipe off top coat. So when you take it out the lamp, it is still going to look shiny and have that sticky layer to it still. So just take a lint-free wipe them down with alcohol, and make sure you wipe them down really well, because you are going to see here on some of these nails, they do look a little streaky and like they're not very matte. That's just because I didn't wipe them down very well, and I didn't completely get that inhibition layer off. So really make sure you're wiping them off real well. I did go back in and wipe them off again just to make sure it wasn't the top coat itself, because I was thinking that that's just how this top coat was, and it wasn't that very good of a top coat. But once I wiped them off a second time, they gave me that really nice matte finish, and they weren't streaky anymore, and they didn't look like sometimes a top coat, when it's streaky, kind of looks whitish, especially on a dark background like the black. So that took care of all of that, just wiping it all the nails off again and making sure that I wiped everything off. After that, I'm just taking the shiny top coat from Nails by Dev, which is a no wipe top coat, so you don't have to worry about wiping anything off with the shiny top coat. And I'm taking my, I want to say I used the 20mm liner brush for this, just because these nails are really long and it's easier to get those nice straight lines with a longer brush, especially on a longer nail like this. And I'm just starting out my spider webs. So I do a vertical line going down the middle, a horizontal line going down the middle, and then I do those like crisscross lines in between those. And then I switch over to using a 9mm brush to make those like little swooping connecting lines in between, to really give that spider web look. And when doing spider webs, like, you don't have to be super precise with it, because, you know, a spider web isn't always like super perfect. You do see like fallen web lines and missing gaps from, like, you know, people knocking it down, other animals knocking it down, the wind, you know, whatever. Natural spider webs are sometimes very like messy and jagged looking, so when it comes to spider webs, you don't have to be super precise, make everything look nice, clean, and perfect. Honestly, sometimes I feel like the more messy a spider web looks, the better it looks when it comes to nail art. But you know, there's all different kinds of ways to do your spider webs. This is just typically like the way everyone does it. You can look up spider webs on Google and like mimic one of those. I don't do that because I don't like spiders, and I don't want to look at their webs or nothing. Like, they freak me out so much and I don't want to see it. But I will paint spider webs and spiders all day for some nails. But anyhow, so like I said, you don't really have to be too precise, too perfect with it. Spider webs are a great beginner-friendly type of nail design, because, like I said, you don't have to be super precise with it. So it doesn't really matter if the lines are a little bit shaky and they don't match up perfectly, or if it's kind of wonky looking. It kind of just adds to that like spider web look, if you ask me, honestly. But anyhow, after I get this web done, I do flash cure it, because I've done designs like this before, where it's the matte background with the shiny design, and I've had the shiny top coat like spread out on me on top of that matte top coat, and I didn't want that to happen here. I wanted it to remain pretty crisp and clean, so I did go ahead and flash cure it once I got it done. But Honestly, I really didn't need to do it because this top coat was not spreading at all. I could have just set it to the side, and then once I got all of the nails finished, cure them all together. But like I said, I didn't want to risk the chance of it spreading, so I did flash cure it. And then once I got all of the nails done with all the spider webs, I did go ahead and cure them for a full 60 seconds. So you could leave the nails like that with the matte black background and the shiny spider webs, but because I am trying to get the same type of vibes as that cup, I wanted to include something neon green since there is neon green on the cup, and I decided to do some like slime drips on the nails. I thought that would be really cool. So to do that, I'm taking this squeeze gummy jelly from Nail Couture, and I'm going to mix in the jelly like yellow green color from a cart. It's called Lemon Fizz. And to make it glow in the dark, I'm going to mix in some invisible green glow powder from Solar Color Dust. And I chose the invisible green instead of using like my green one because it won't change the color of this neon color that I mixed in. And I really wanted the green to be like this bright neon green, just like how it is on the cup. And if I would have used the green glow powder, that is, the powder is green itself instead of being like this whitish color, it would have changed the color of the drips a little bit. So after I get that mixed up, I'm just taking my dotting tool and I scoop up some of that and just do a little dot and then drag it up the nail to give it that drip look. I do go over some of the lines again because as you can see, they don't all go up all the way. And then after I do get them on, I will sometimes flip them upside down to give them more of a 3D effect because I did want the drips to be kind of 3D-ish. And then once I got the drips done on one nail, I would go ahead and flash cure that real quick and then move on to the next nail. And once I got all of the drips done, I did go ahead and cure for a full 60 seconds. And then once that was cured, I did go over some of the lines again with my liner brush to thicken them up as well as connect them a little more, because as you can see, some of them still aren't connected very well. And usually when I do drips, I do like connect the drips at the top and make it look like it's dripping from that point there. But for this set, I didn't do that just because I was making them 3D and I was using the rhinestone glue to do that. And sometimes trying to manipulate the rhinestone glue to a certain design is a little bit difficult, and I didn't really want to fight with it too hard, so I just left them like this, cured that again for 60 seconds. And once you get that cured, you're done. You don't have to top coat again or anything. And so this is the final look here, and I think this is a really cool set. I do really like sets like this where it's the matte background and then you use the shiny top coat to create your design. I think it gives a really cool look. It also gives you like this super subtle design look to it. So if you wanted a more subtle Halloween look, you could do this and not put the drips on it to give it that more subtle Halloween look. But if you wanted a more in your face, obviously you can include those drips. But overall, I am super happy with how this set came out. I think it is really cool, and it's a really cool, like, creepy kind of Halloween set. I did low-key kind of forget that these do glow in the dark, so the clip for the glow in the dark is like only a couple seconds long because it was such an afterthought. I was getting ready to take these off. I was like, oh, I need to get a clip real quick of these glowing in the dark so you guys could see that. It does kind of glow a little more blue, but I'm like, it's fine. For the most part, you're not going to see them glowing in the dark anyways. But that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.